Okay, Fairy Tail fans, don't feel offended, but it is what it is. I gotta speak my piece about this. I gotta show some type of comparison for people to understand where I'm coming from. So yeah, I gotta start this one off by saying that Black Clover is no fairy tale. Okay, this isn't fairy tale. This is not the power of friendship, because that's the big key factor that differentiates from what happened in Black Clover, the battle of Magna versus Dante, how it went down, to what people are trying to paint it as, the narrative that is trying to be created of what happened with Magna and how he won. Because the difference between the two is the fact that there was technique, there was strategy, there was setup, there was foreshadowing, etc, etc, etc. And Magna's win was far from BS, and this chapter, the finale, the conclusion of Magna versus Dante, I'm sorry fam, I'm not gonna let y'all do this to the boy, to the kid. He did his damn thing, and I ain't gonna lie, I've said it before, but I gotta say it again. I felt like I was watching a knife edge death match. I felt like I was watching an episode of Hajime no Ippo. I felt like I was just watching some crazy street gutter shit with this fight, because yeah, they were throwing it down. It was raw, it was gritty, it was what I wanted. And I'll be honest with you, I'd go as far as to say that this is probably top 10 best fights of the entire Black Clover. Like that conclusion was strong as shit. That was without further ado, people, let's talk a little bit of that Black Clover right Yes, people. Yes, it's true. It's damn true.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so Black Clover chapter 293, once again, Black Clover bringing in the heat, bringing the smoke alongside the controversy, because people love to paint Black Clover for something that just isn't true. It's not a power friendship type of story, but we're going to get into that because it starts off with Luck sensing Magna. He's like, oh shit, the dude, what's going on here? Yeah, that's right, fam. That's right. The peasant, the one that was talentless. Yeah, that's right. That's him. You sense that shit, boy. And we cut straight into the fight. Dante is shocked. He is like, Nani sore? Because he couldn't believe that in the last chapter, Magna knocked him on his ass in the fight, which I'll be honest with you, it kind of seemed like last chapter it was ended, but I'm glad that it didn't. I'm glad that they actually continued. Again, I've said this before a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but it looks like Black Clover really, ever since the anime's ending, has taken its time now with the battles. It has actually slowed down tremendously, which is really strange. You would think that it would be the opposite, right? And it's slowed down to a good thing. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that it's slow and boring. I'm not saying none of that. It looks like Yuki Tabata now puts in all the detail and time that he wants to in fights, in events, storytelling. Like, the anime ending has benefited the manga immensely, which again it's wild, because you would think like, be at the end, let me just blitz through, let's just finish this shit. But no, Yuki Tabata has actually done an incredible job at giving us more now. And I'd argue there's a couple different factors to it, one of which, if Black Clover does return, it's probably not going to return to be like a weekly anime at all, because Yuki Tabata is giving all the juice. They don't need to put in filler or anything like that. Whenever it does return, it'll probably be for a grand finale of, yo, this is it, in full on, display of a great adaptation. It's probably not going to need to add extended elements, because yeah, like, look at this fight alone, a Magna fight that has lasted chapters upon chapters, not one chapter or anything like that, half a chapter. Yeah, Yuki Tabata has really put his foot into it. But Dante, of course, being a salty ass dude, like, yo, he was salty, yo. He's using his gravity magic, trying to throw boulders at Magna, and Magna's there like a mixture of like a Yu Yu Hakusho character and Hajime no Ippo. I know I keep referencing those two, but that's what I felt. He just keeps bashing through the boulders that are being thrown at him using the gravity magic and shit. Like, yo, this fight, this was brutal. And we got a little bit of Magna reflecting on the fact that, his peasantry life of being a peasant, and how he went to Yami for the first time, and he was like, yo, Yami, let's keep it real. Why is it that you brought me in? Like, why did you accept me into the guild? And Yami basically saying, yo, it's because you gutsy, you badass, fam. Basically, like, one of the most badass dudes in the entirety of Black Clover, Yami, giving props to Magna way back when, and I believe that took place during the exchange of him leaving the Heart Kingdom, if I'm not mistaken, from his training and things like that. Yami Yami gave him props even back then during the time skip, which, yo, I ain't gonna lie, it does feel now like, man, you know, it's starting to dawn on me when I get little flashbacks like that, and occasionally Tabata likes to throw them in there. Yami's been gone for a while. He's been captured for a decent amount of time, and I wonder how long it's going to be before we see him, assuming that the story is going to go past this arc at this point, because, you know, with the anime ending, there's a lot of uncertainty as to the future of Black Clover. But yeah, wow, Yami's been gone for a bit now. Holy shit. But we go back and we see that Magna is thugging it out. They go on blow for blow, and eventually it gets to a point where Dante reverts back into his regular form. His magic seemingly ran out, and I loved it. I love how all of the strategy, again, like, I don't understand, like, and I explained it very clearly in my last Black Clover review, what was it, 2 weeks ago now? But yeah, 6 months of strategy for this one technique. If it didn't play out like this, and even then, mind you, look at how much Magna struggled. He's punching boulders from gravity magic and shit like that. But if it didn't play out like this, then I would have said, and a lot of people would have said for that matter, that, yo, Tabata really did all of this, keeping the mystique. We haven't seen Magna all the way since the time skip even began till now, and it was all for nothing. I would have been like, wasted potential, could have done something great. This is how you make a side character significant. This is how you do side characters in a badass way, with detail, excellence, and again, strategy. Something that they've said Black Clover didn't have or whatever. That is the difference between Black Clover and a fairy tale, fam. Like, yo. But since Dante ran out of his own magic, he lost his connection to Lucifero, and that's why he reverted back to his normal form, which was the key factor, because one of the big things that even, you know, Dante kept throwing in Magna's face throughout the battle was, well, it doesn't really matter if you equally distributed the mana or anything like that. I can still regenerate. I can still use gravity magic. We're not equal by any means, fam. You're still a peasant, so to speak. But the fact that he ran through his magic, not realizing, because again, he's used to being able to just wield all this, not realizing, oh shit, I'm cut in half. You know, it was the spoiled nature of being blessed with all that mana. You know, he was loved by mana, some would say. Nah. But that was his downfall, ultimately, being a spoiled little bit, and basically not being able to regenerate was his ultimate downfall, because right then and there, Magna pulls a Hajime no Ippo, yes, again, I know I said it, and gives him that uppercut of a lifetime, and I'm like, argh! And even seeing Dante flustered, like, a victory all the way around for Magna. Not only, of course, getting the actual victory, but being able to see somebody like a Dante that thinks he's the shit from the time he showed up when he was trying to wife up Vanessa and just all the nonsense that he was up to see him all flustered, thanks to, once again, a talentless peasant, quote unquote. Like, it was amazing. It was beautiful. It was really a display of hard work overcoming that blessed nature, or those high capabilities that people have. Like, yeah, because then we get, oh my god, one of my favorite even double spreads that we've gotten a long time of Black Clover, of Magna giving the final blow to Dante. It was just, wow, Tabata really cooked with this one, because that was immaculate. And we see, because I guess in the background I was trying to display, like, that's why we started off with seeing Luck in the beginning, then Asta, Noct, and Luck all arrive at the same time to the hall where the battle was going down between Dante and Magna is just there basically giving a celebratory scream, because you gotta think right now, first of all, and I know he's a shit talker and he's an asshole the way he treats a lot of Black Bull members, but Noct better give his props. Like, in the next chapter after this one, Noct better say holy shit, because every chapter that we've seen in recent times of Noct, he's been pissing his boots about the Dark Triad. Like, yo, Asta, you're the only one that can do it. We gotta get rid of the Dark Triad. We gotta get them out of here. 1 out of 3 was just defeated by somebody that they never thought in a billion years would be able to do shit. And we still got Zora waiting in the wings, and we don't know what the hell Zora's capable of after the 6-month time training. Like, if this dude Magna was able to pull this shit off, imagine with Zora, that this is kind of what he does, what he was able to learn, and what we're gonna get. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe another member of the Dark Triad, or maybe Morris versus Zora. I don't know who they're gonna set up, but we definitely need a Zora moment. If Magna got one, Zora deserves one. But random prediction, and there's little basis off of this, but because Magna won this one, I'm expecting that Zora's not going to be able to completely take out whatever his opponent is in the future, and it's going to be, maybe he'll set up for the defeat of the person, but it won't be Zora alone. Crazy prediction. And yeah, fam, the chain broke. Dante's down bad, and the chapter ends off with an incredible, once again, I gotta say, this was not the power of friendship. This was not, I'm defeating you because I love my friends and my friends make me feel so good. No, this was 6 months of hard work. This was the theme of it all, man. That's one of the beautiful things about it. Forget about, yeah, it was great setup. It was set up. It was foreshadowing. And see these dudes the entirety of the time skip. They had 6 months plus to train. And then when we finally saw them, we saw that even while the battle was going down, they were still training. They were still trying to perfect their craft before they hop back in the ring, so to speak. So to see all of that, it's awesome, man. Tabata did this thing. People that are shitting on this Magna stuff still, I don't know what to tell you, fam. Go read Fairy Tail then. Go have a blast. Although I've heard some good things about the latest stuff in 1000-Year Quest, so I'm not shitting on them. I'm shitting on the worst stuff of Fairy Tail, the original series. Because this is not the power of friendship. This is the power of a badass motherfucker named Magna. But I'm curious what you guys thought about this battle, the full-on fight, Magna versus Dante. Now that it is fully complete, I gotta ask one more time. Did it feel like BS, or was it straight up strategy? And how did you feel about the thematic structure of, yo, a peasant, a talentless peasant, taking down a monster behemoth like Dante? And your overall thoughts and expectations for the Black Clover manga with chapter 294 and beyond. We still got a lot more ground to cover. Seems as though Tabata's really been putting a lot of detail into these chapters, and I'm all for it, baby. Like, imagine if we didn't have the anime kind of bogging us down, and we could have got more detailed fights like this throughout the series. Things would have been different for Black Clover, man. The roll of the dice, but we're not here to disparage shit because Black Clover did the damn thing. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links, of course, in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and shout outs to Magna. You did it, fam. You did it.